What is happening, and welcome to another photography talk episode, another canvas print shootout episode. Friends, in 2022 is well into motion. So this is number 3. Now, what's going to take place here? I have 2 of them here. I'll share with you the details of that in a moment. But if this is your first canvas print shootout that you're actually watching, let me get you up to speed as far as what we're going to be basically doing and how this whole thing kind of unfolds here. So each year for the last 3-4 years, we have an annual canvas print shootout. And the premise behind this is when you go to Google, you type in best canvas print, you'll find a handful of websites out there that are going to give you a list form of best canvas prints. The only problem, and the core reason why we do these every single year, is these websites have never even touched the print, but yet they're giving you a 1 through however many that they claim that they're reviewing, and they're calling a winner, this is the absolute best, this one's next, this one next. They haven't even touched any of the prints. Instead, what they're doing is they're taking marketing photos from each of the printing companies, displaying them, and putting some BS up there of why they think the print is the best when they haven't even touched it. And in my opinion, I think that is unfair for you, because you may be looking for a print for your house or a loved one or for a client, and you're going to Google searching for best canvas prints, and you come across something like that thinking that it's legitimately going to be the best print for your money, and well, unfortunately, that number 1 print just happens to be a company that offered the most affiliate commissions for that particular company. So we do things a little bit different here. So I crack open prints in front of you, so there's no curtain. The curtain is up. I'm going to share with you from the packaging to the canvas to literally A to Z of what's inside of here. Oops. Somebody didn't shut off their volume. So I'm going to show you A to Z, and you may agree with me. You may not. I'm going to share with you things that I like and dislike. That's what I meant to say. You may agree or you may not. But at the end of the day, the important thing with this here, the takeaway with this, is if you go out there and spend your hard-earned money on a particular print that I've reviewed, you know what your dollar is going to get you. You know what your money is going to get you. So it kind of removes some of the ambiguity, and you have a more fair shot of finding something that's going to fit your needs. So anyway, guys, that's it. Now, one thing I will bring up here. Look, we put these videos together to help you make more informed buying print decisions. Now, there is that thing called the YouTube algorithm, and that YouTube algorithm really eats up every time you hit that like button, because, well, that's what YouTube's all about. They feed off of your interaction with these videos. Now, of course, if you found some value with this video, hitting that like button is going to tell us, send signals back to us through the universe that you enjoyed the video. So, friends, we definitely do appreciate that in advance. That said, let's crack open. It's funny. All my knives are down in my truck. Oh! So this is what I wanted to share with you here. So I have all these prints, all these packages that are over there, and I couldn't help notice, well, first off, these look awfully familiar, and interesting. So something tells me whatever surprises I find in this one, I'm going to find it in this one. But which one are we going to crack? You know, this one says CanvasOnDemand, so that one, this one we know is going to be a treat. So, all right, so let's crack this sucker open, and we'll get this party off to go. So right up the get-go, we have something that is wrapped up. You have these plastic straps. So outside, it looks pretty secure here. Now let's move this over here. Let's see what the hey we got here. Now, as I shared in an earlier video, this year we did things a little different. We went the different size. We didn't put that god-awful logo in the side, and you know what's funny is I think this is our 4th year, yeah. Canvas on Demand, I keep, because they're out there a lot, and people ask a lot of questions on them. Man, each year they come in pretty close to the bottom, if not close to the bottom. Though there's a few that have taken that trophy from them. It's not a trophy that you want. And right up the get-go, I'm saying things have not changed. Anyways, so this is, as you can see, what it comes in. So there's nothing really, no bubble wrap, no foam, no nothing. This print is shimmying around. Now, granted, while it's in here, there's not a lot of movement to begin with, but it does shimmy around, and that's the reason why I talk about packaging so much. If you're sending this out to a client, whatever is inside of here becomes an extension of who you are as a professional. And clear or not, what happens here is when a print is kind of shimming along on there, you can get on the corners, you get these kind of white marks, and that's from the ink kind of shimming around on whatever packaging that it is tucked away in. So here you go. So it's just a cardboard box that is snugly wrapped around a print that is in a plastic bag. Now, if this is your first canvas print shootout that you're watching, friend, I have a treat for you. This is going to be a very special day. This is going to be a Dear Diary moment for you. And you may be saying,
Alex, why is that?
well, have you ever seen a pizza box for? A pizza box, pizza box for, pizza box for. It helps if I say it correctly and enunciate my words. See, I was so excited. I just rolled through everything. I just butchered everything I was trying to say. Have you seen a pizza box print before? You may be saying,
Well, Alex, what is a pizza box print?
friend, let me show you. Okay, yeah. Well, first off, this is not a canvas. It's meant to look like a canvas, but this is the treat part with this here. What's that? You want to come up here?
Did somebody knock?
No, I was doing this. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
So wave. He's on his tablet watching something. When I went, he thought somebody was at the door. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to skip to this part. So I set the stage, I set the bar for a pizza box, and you're probably sitting there like tuned in, wondering what a pizza box is. So normally I like to look at the colors first, but the colors, they're not going to go anyplace. I'm going to crack this thing open so therefore you can see, because one of the items that I normally look at is the frame. And as we're going to find out here, voila, there is no frame. So this is, have you ever gone to a pizza shop? Ever watched them put together a box? Friend, that's what this is here. They cut these things out, fold them up, throw a little slab, a little glue on the back. A little pizza box, they fold it closed, but you get the point. Voila, a pizza box. All right, so now let's take a look at, you know what's funny is, each of the canvas shootouts prior to this, I always look at this and, well, hell, is that up or down? Because this is a licensed photo that I licensed off of iStock, so this is not a photo that I took. I used this one for a particular reason. It has some nice large areas through here that, with poor printing techniques, you get some wackiness going on with the colors. I will say this. So what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at the colors. I'm looking at, another reason why I chose this particular photo is all these water droplets, so I can look at the sharpness and so forth. Surprisingly, the colors don't look bad with this here. we lose a little of the sharpness I've noticed right here in the pink tones and in the yellow areas of the flower. The colors look actually pretty good, but the sharpness has suffered. Now, normally I look at corners and all that other fun stuff, but seeing that this was not a typical print, it's really unfair to cast judgment on the corners. So the corners on this one really don't count because it's a pizza box. One thing I do want to look at is the mounting hardware. So like many times in the past, the mounting hardware that they use are these, so it's just a glued cleat that is right on the back. And there's another one right over here in case you want to mount it portrait. Let's see here. Okay, so it is, the landscape one is not even plumb here because it's shifted over to the right, or let's see, right, yeah, over the right by, Jesus, about close to almost a ½ inch off center. Although the vertical one doesn't really count, I'm going to measure it regardless. That one's pretty plumb. So these pizza box things really kind of, I really don't like these things because they pawn these things off as a high quality print. And I think, if it's a first timer that have never had a print, yeah, this will pass off and this will probably like, hey, well, I think people when they get their first print, if you're a photographer, go back to the very first time that you took a photograph. It could have been a photograph of a pair of scissors on a table, but it's because you created a photo. There's that act, or the first time you print a photo, there's that wow factor that goes with it. It could be a real crappy print, but there's that wow, Tom Hanks in Castaway, look what I have created.
Yes! Look what I have created! I have made fire!
And so you have that syndrome taking place. So when people picking up their first print, and if they use CanvasOnDemand here, for example, yeah, hey, they're just in kind of a wow of, look what I have created.
I have made fire!
Not so much when you compare this to a high quality print. There's no comparison. And if this was a professional drop shipping this to a client, this would be an embarrassment. Because again, this acts as an extension of who you are as a professional. And if a client is expecting a canvas print, a pizza box, come on, this is not a high quality print. But anyway, all right, friends, so this is going to be a shorter one because these things really, and it's funny because what I do with that other box. So now we pretty much know what's in this box is going to be in that one. So I'll probably do another print after this one, kind of break them up a little bit. Who knows? I might do it. I might not. But anyways, guys, let's take a look at the scorecard. And friends, there you go. The 2022 CanvasOnDemand. Wait, this was CanvasOnDemand. Yep, CanvasOnDemand review. Now it's that time of the video where I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff that is oh so valuable to the channel. So look, as I shared earlier, if you found some value, if we're helping you get out there and find a quality print for yourself, your client, a loved one. Do me a favor, hit that like button down below. It really is appreciated, and hell, it helps the channel out with the whole YouTube algorithm. And hit that subscribe button if you're currently not subscribed to the channel, and so therefore you don't miss a single video just like the one that you just watched. Make sure you hit that bell so therefore YouTube does its whole notification process. Now, one thing I will say here is underneath, down below in the description below, I'm going to put kind of a running link list of all the reviews that we've done. And at the end of the season, when we crown the winner of 2022, we'll also put a link in all of those as well. So if you happen to be watching this in the future and you want to see who did we crown, because you don't have the time to watch all these videos and you just want to get a print, go down below and you'll see a link to the winner of the 2022 shootout. And that's it. So friends, I'm going to turn off these cameras. Hey, really appreciate you swinging by here today, supporting the channel. And so yeah, that's it. So you get out there, friend, stay healthy, and take your best shot.